Before the release of Monster Jam Showdown, I talked about my excitement for the game. I was hoping that we'd finally get a worthwhile monster truck game after years of bad or average ones. Now that Showdown is out, I can say that it's mostly lived up to what I expected. However, it just falls short of being a really great game. So, this video will highlight its positive aspects while also talking about the negative ones that hold it back. The presentation of Monster Jam Showdown is pretty good. This is Milestone's first game on Unreal Engine 5, and you can see that with the graphical quality. There is a lot of environmental detail, high quality models, solid lighting, many effects, and more. Especially when the weather kicks in, it all looks stunning. I also love the art style of the UI. You have an interesting mix of pink, purple, and yellow colors. There's also plenty of splattering and dithering being used here as well, which gives it a more pronounced look. It's a vibrant and distinct UI that doesn't feel overdone. The main menu is interesting as well, as it takes place in this 3D warehouse environment. Your currently selected monster truck is front and center crushing a car. For the career, there is a big map where you can choose what locations and events to play. My favorite part has to be the multiplayer section, with the arcade cabinets for online and a TV for split screen. What can I say other than Monster Jam Showdown has a strong presentation due to its great graphics, very stylized UI, and interesting menu design. I love the racing in Monster Jam Showdown. To start off, the game has excellent driving physics. The handling model is not really grip based, so the best way to take many corners is by sliding out. Since the front and rear axles can be steered separately, you have a good amount of flexibility when starting and keeping drifts. You have to be careful though, as spinning out or flipping the truck can happen if you overdo it. For arcade racing handling, it's decently complex and takes a bit to get used to. Yet once you get over that initial hurdle, there is a very fun and weighty handling model here. The suspension physics complements this handling very well, with trucks swaying and leaning heavily into every turn. Wheels can even lift off the ground when you are pushing the truck to its limit. Additionally, there are also plenty of assists to adjust as well. In terms of tracks, these are also good fun. You have three main locations, being Death Valley, Colorado, and Alaska. There are head-to-head races that take place both in the stadiums and in the outside arenas. These are extremely tight and technical, so much so that you really can't go full speed. Next is the figure 8 courses, which is pretty self-explanatory. Lastly, there are the circuit tracks, which are easily the best course type. These all take place outside and are wider to account for multiple monster trucks. However, these are still rather technical, having winding corners, multiple paths, huge jumps, hidden shortcuts, environmental hazards, and plenty of props to smash through. It feels amazing to fly high above the track and to come out of a tight turn with the boost slammed down. Now, as much as I love the racing, there are two complaints I have with it. Firstly, the AI isn't the best. They can feel pretty inconsistent, as sometimes I can completely outpace them, but other times I just can't catch up. They also don't drive the best either, as crashing into other racers or the environment can happen rather frequently. Secondly, all the monster trucks have the same top speed, acceleration, braking, and handling. I understand why they did this, so you could pick your favorite trucks without worrying about their stats. Yet, it would have been nice to have different speed classes, like how many anti-gravity racers do it. It would have helped to make advancing through the Rookie, Pro, and Legend tiers feel more impactful. Regardless of my complaints, the racing in Monster Jam Showdown is some of the most fun I've had with a monster truck game in years. The excellent driving physics and complex tracks makes them a real joy to play. The other important component to a monster truck game is Freestyle, and unfortunately, it's really disappointing in Monster Jam Showdown. What hurts the mode is the physics. Now, the physics certainly aren't perfect in the racing either, but they are bad in Freestyle. The monster trucks don't feel as heavy, and they can be unpredictable when you lose just a bit of control. Trucks can flop and twirl around like they are toys. Plus, the crush cars have terrible collision physics, where being thrown around randomly happens often when driving over them. Especially since you can lose your entire combo when flipping over in Freestyle, it's frustrating when the truck gets out of your control. These inconsistent and unpolished physics meant that I would dread playing these events at times. Also, while most of the freestyle arenas are fine, I really don't like any of the Alaska Stadium layouts. Not only is it much smaller than the other two stadiums, but the placement of objects like ramps are so bad that it makes pulling off even simple tricks difficult. Monster Jam Showdown certainly doesn't have the worst freestyle I've ever experienced, as it can be fun when you get the right arenas and the physics cooperate. Yet it's clear that freestyle didn't get enough attention or polish to be as great as the racing. I've been critical of Milestone's pricing before, and it's a shame they haven't changed in this regard. The standard edition of Monster Jam Showdown is $50 USD, while the Big Air edition that includes the Season Pass is $70. The Season Pass itself is $30 when bought separately. Even when you consider the standard base pricing of $60 to $70 for AAA games, $50 is still a lot for Showdown. There is a good amount of content here, with split screen and cross-platform multiplayer being a huge plus in its favor. Yet its bad freestyle physics, grindiness, and not having the ability to choose custom events in single player makes this a $30 to $40 game for its base price. I feel this is even more evident when Showdown was already discounted 30% on Steam a little over a month after launch. While Milestone is a better developer than some others in the racing game genre, I still feel they overpriced their games, with Monster Jam Showdown being another example of this. In the end, Monster Jam Showdown leaves me feeling a bit conflicted. While I love its great presentation and fun racing, the disappointing freestyle and high pricing hurts what could be an amazing game. Despite this, I do recommend getting the game on sale because there are more positive aspects here than negative. It's just a simple and fun arcade racer that Monster Truck fans will certainly enjoy. This has been Gamer Alex. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.